All right, CSS Battle time for September 9th. September 9th. Okay, we have this thing. Okay. Initial thoughts. You can't use, you can use box shadow to make these shapes. It just takes 3 box shadows per thing. You have to do the outer, the darker ring, and then the inner ring all separately. Not going to be efficient. Will work. The lower thing, I think this lower thing just maybe has to be its own thing. I don't know. I have a bad idea, and I'm going to explore. So my bad idea is to try to use border image, which I don't use very much. I've tried it a couple times and failed. So let's try it today and fail. Why not? All right. So margin. I think I want to actually use background as dark for the HTML. And obviously I can't spell because it's not working. And then I want to bring in the body and margin the body. So on the outline, 1 pixel solid. There it is. Now margin. Oops. 30, 40. Looks right. And 70, 85, 90, 90. There's the shape. Now, I also want a border. It's going to be 50 pixels, solid. I'm going to make it red for now. 60 pixels. That looks right. It looks like the right size. I'm not sure if I need red here or not, or a color at all. Maybe I need transparent. I don't know. Let's see what happens with nothing. Okay, I get the default border color, which is black. Then I want border image, and I'm going to try just a conic gradient, any conic gradient at this point. Okay. That's doing mostly what I want. Mostly. So, if I can now make a conic gradient that looks like this, which I'm not confident I can. Joe Crawford Artlung on YouTube is like master of conic gradients to make squares. I am not. So I'm going to try to cheat a little bit and do what he does, which is break these all out onto lines so that he can understand what's happening. So I'm going to use at. I don't know what it is, 20 pixels, 20 pixels. And then I need a comma. So that moves it off. That's too much in this case. So I think I want to make do I need to make that one? I don't think I need to make the blue one. I think I can let that one fail over to, I don't need a comma there. I think I can let that one fail over to this color. But maybe I'm wrong. So that works on backgrounds, but it may not work on border image. Fun. Okay. So evidently, best I can tell, I do need that. So it's going to be at. And that's going to be 20. How big's my border? 30. Not 300. And it's also not going to be 30, I don't think. Okay, for the first one, let's get this cyan color. And the way he does it is 75%. And then, in this case, I think it's transparent. 25%. And then you can offset this back the way it was. I don't think that's big enough. I think I need to change my ats, but I want to see if it works first. So 0, 0, and then I don't know if this works again for border image. It works for backgrounds. Maybe not the same. 30 pixels, 30 pixels. Looks like it doesn't work the same for border image. So that seems to be a bad plan. Interesting. So this whole thing gets scaled, and I'm not sure what the scale is. But I don't seem to be able to offset it either. I mean, I can offset it, I just can't offset it back. So the way he does it, he uses the app to put it like up in the corner so it clips the edges and then moves the background back down so that it's that size that he wants. That doesn't appear to work for border image though. So, new plan, evidently. I think. Can I even have multiple? Let's try. That's not going to work. Let's try something else dumb. Conic gradient at, I don't know what it is, 200 pixels, 200 pixels, comma, and I want it to be, I don't know what color, this color, 75%, and then that one being transparent. That's going to be weird. I don't know. I'll make it this color, 25%, close, and it doesn't work. Let's just try to simplify because I often do these stupid conic gradient. See, I think that was a mistake. Red, blue. Yeah, I don't think it takes more than one input for border image. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. New plan. What is the new plan? The new plan is do something else. And at this point, maybe it's just make sure this is working. One fix solid. Okay. I don't remember what my top was.
Does miss her all the time. Anyway.
All right. So I got interrupted by a phone call from a 2-year-old. So didn't stop the timer. I'm probably blowing my time box today anyway, so I'm just going to close the tab. So here we are. I don't know what that's going to be. 250, 150, 70, 90, 90, 200. All right. I think this is a bad plan. Yeah, I think that's a bad plan. I think I'm going to put it back. I think I like that better. And now I'm going to just create a paragraph and select it. Couple. I need more than one. So I'm going to have padding of, I don't know, 10. Background of this color. Thanks. It's fine. Uh, Border. I don't know what that is. 5 pixels. No, it can't be transparent. It has to be this color. Solid. And then outline 10 pixels of the light color. Solid. Okay, so the border's not big enough. That looks actually somewhat close. Margin 0. Actually, it's going to be 10 because of the outline. I mean, I know I'm seeing 2 elements and they're spread out right now, but that seems also weird. I don't know what this is going to be. 100. 0's fine, and 0. Let's make this 200. Not 0, but 10. Why is the 10 not working here? 20? Why is it not pushing down? That's confusing. Huh. That's weird. I would think that would push down. Do I need to do padding on my body? Well, that certainly works. 0. 0. Okay, now subsequent paragraph selector. Margin 0. 200. Obviously not that much. 160. Minus 40. That works. Subsequent paragraph selector, which doesn't exist yet. So should. Surprised I can't see it. There it is. All right, margin's going to be, let's start at 100. It'll be more than that, but that's okay. 0. 0. Oh, 200. There we go. 150. And right now I just want to try to get that one in place. Is it too high or too low? 2 minus too high, 160. Okay, there's that. And then subsequent paragraph selector. It's bigger than the others. So I'm going to start with adding 20, margin 0, just to get it on screen. Top margin is going to be minus 40, 60, 100. That is, I think, a little bit too high. 90 looks right. 140. 100. What is that? Okay, padding's not enough. Padding needs to be more. 35. And then this isn't far enough, so it needs to be 110. See if that's right. That looks right. And now, I wonder, the border, I wonder if don't mess with this. Bear with me here. Border width, 40 pixels. 20. And then I use outline, but only in shorthand mostly. I don't know if there's an outline width property. I don't know. I'm just going to redeclare it. And I can get rid of this outline way up here. In theory. I'm going to leave it for now. It's helping me. Outline. 20 pixels solid. This color, and it looks like 30 pixels instead of 20. Maybe more border, 25. Can you do, ooh, that's a gotcha. Can I do outline per side? I don't know. Outline. No, I can't. Oh, okay. Defeated. Defeated. Outline color. I can't do individual outlines. Outline is one thing. So that means that this was a bad idea. Well, I still need border. I don't need width. I need border. It's going to be 30 pixels. It's going to be solid and this color. Outline's going to be 0. Background transparent, I think. And then padding, I don't know what I had before, 30. Border width, I can get rid of it here. 0, 0, nope. 30 pixels, 0, nope. 30 pixels, 0. All right, so 35, 350, 35. 40, and now margins minus 100 and 100. And of course I broke it. All right, this is a terrible solution, and it's not even a solution. Still have an outline. Let's see about now. Yeah, so my initial plan, all clever, proved unworkable because border image doesn't work like background, which makes sense, or background image doesn't work like background, at least that I could tell. So that was a terrible plan, so I came up with an even more terrible plan. I'm going to go ahead and minify just because it's in my nature. Oh geez. Var b comma, and I may not chase all the pixel values and all that sort of stuff, but just simple replacements I'll do. Margin I use all over the place. Var minus m comma. Usually when you have to do this to get a good character count, you are on the wrong track. Hi, that's where I am today, on the wrong. I'm not even on the right train or track. So here we are. Padding's used twice more, which isn't enough. Border, outline, 10. That's just usually 11 Qs. Okay. 30 pixels is what? 10 VH, which is no less characters. Sometimes you can get away with 32Q. And I could play with making these into percentages, but is there really any point at this point? 50%. And let's turn on DevTools because that's going to help. I'm not chasing all this. I want to minify and call it a day. If I come up with any clever ideas, maybe I'll do another video, but this one is not very clever or good in any way. And I picked the wrong things here. All right, not a remotely clever solution, but a solution. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.